get straight to it and do some yoga for flexibility and relaxation. We'll start in tabletop pose, so you can come onto all fours, spreading your fingers nice and wide apart. Have your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. We'll do a few rounds of cat and cow. So as you inhale, start to point your tailbone up, drop your belly, bring your chest forward and look up. On your exhale, tailbone points down, round your spine, tuck your chin to your chest and drop your head. And we'll keep going, each inhale taking you up to cow pose and each exhale rounding you down for cat. This is a great pose for both flexibility and relaxation. You're helping to make your spine flexible, and you're also opening up your hips and shoulders, which are two areas that we tend to hold some stress and tension. So just know that you're getting all of that out of your body now. Next time that you're in a neutral spine, you can pause there. So we're back in tabletop. Bring your hips over towards the left. Look back over your left shoulder. Take a really big breath in here and fill up your right lung. And then as you exhale, bring the hips to the right. Look back over your right shoulder. Big breath into your left lung this time. Exhaling back to center. We'll make our way into puppy pose or melting heart pose here. So walk your hands as close to the front as you can get them. Then melt your chest down towards your mat. Forehead can come towards the mat as well. Now we want to keep the hips directly above the knees here, so try not to sit back like we would in child's pose. We're only here for a few breaths. We're getting that flexibility into the shoulders, and we're also getting rid of any tension that might have built up there. You can slowly start to lift yourself up. Bring the hands in a little bit closer to you, and then from here we're dragging those hips up and back to come into downward facing dog. Now take your time here with this pose. You can paddle out your feet, stretching through the backs of your legs. Getting flexible in our legs as we send all the blood down towards the brain, helping your mind to relax. Now you can start to walk your feet towards your hands, making our way into a standing forward fold, keeping the feet hip distance apart. Knees can have a little bend in them if you need to keep your back nice and straight. Hands can hang low or they can hold opposite elbows. We'll drop the head, loosen up the jaw, and just hang here for a few breaths. If your mind has drifted away, which is completely normal, just take yourself back here. Keep focusing on the sensations within your body. Keep following your breath. We're nearly done with this pose. Now we'll drop the hands down towards the mat if they're not already there. Tuck your chin to your chest. Start to roll yourself up until eventually you come to stand on your mat. And once you've arrived, take a big breath in and out. We'll make our way into extended triangle pose here. So keep your right toes pointed towards the top of your mat and then step back with your left foot parallel to the back of your mat. Your front leg is straight without locking your knee. Bring your arms out wide, left to right, and look over your right hand. As you inhale, start to glide over your right leg as if you want to touch the wall that's over there. On an exhale, drop your right hand down to your shin or maybe to a yoga block here. Maybe you can look up at your left thumb here. So this is a great pose for flexibility. You're working on your spine, shoulders, and hip flexibility. So just a few breaths, breathe into all of those areas that need your breath. Keep shining your chest up towards the sky. And keep looking up at that left thumb if you can. Now we'll slowly start to make our way back up. You can drop the hands down and just switch your feet. So now your left toes point towards the back of your mat. Your right foot is parallel to the other side of your mat. Arms out wide, looking over the left hand. Inhale to glide forward. Exhale to drop left hand down towards left shin. Right arm reaches for the sky. Look up at your right thumb. Keep your chest shining up towards the sky here. Breathe into all the parts of your body now that are getting flexible. Slowly you can start to make your way back up. Drop your hands back down. And then from here, we're coming back to sit on the mat. So sit with your hips in the center of your mat. And then we're making our way down onto our back. So you can slowly start to roll yourself down. Come to rest for a moment in Shavasana pose. Arms and feet wide apart from the body. Take a big breath of relaxation in and out. And from here, we'll make our way into banana pose. So you can rest your hands on your hips for a moment and step both of your feet into the bottom right corner of your mat. Hips stay in the middle, so your hands are here to make sure they don't move. Lift your head and shoulders up into the top right corner of your mat. Then you might reach your arms up past your head. So you've come into this banana shape. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you could cross your left ankle over your right and then come to hold your left wrist with your right hand, very gently pulling that left hand away from you. As you start to take a few deep breaths in, you might start to feel that opening all through the left side of your body. And we're just going to stay here, letting your body and your mind completely relax as we help the left side of the body to get flexible. Take your last few breaths here. And now we'll slowly start to make our way to the opposite side. So hands might make their way back to the hips. Both feet are coming into the bottom left corner. Hands and shoulders into or head and shoulders into the top left corner. Arms reaching up. Maybe just staying here, maybe going a little bit deeper, crossing the ankles and holding your right wrist this time. Just let gravity and your breath open up the right side of your body. Let's make our way back to center now. You might need to take your knees up into your chest, maybe do little circles with your knees here just to help your body release that pose, to get any tightness out of your lower back. And now we'll end our practice with a supine twist. So again, another great pose for relaxing and getting flexible. So you can start by bringing the sole of your right foot up onto your left thigh, then hold that right knee with your left hand. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Stack your hips on top of each other so your knee comes over towards the left, and you can release your right arm back down to the right, and it's at a 90-degree angle to the body. Look up, or to go a little bit deeper, look over at your right hand. And all we have to do here is make sure that both of your shoulders are connected to the mat. And then you might close your eyes. Give your body permission to relax. Let gravity make you more flexible here. We're starting to make our way back to center, so let's undo the legs. Relax again in Shavasana pose, just letting your body absorb that pose that we just did. And then we'll go to the opposite side. So left foot onto right thigh, right hand holding the knee, left arm reaching up. Stack your hips, knee comes over to the right, left arm back down to the left. Look up or look to the left. And just relax here. If you are interested in flexibility, I do focus a lot on flexibility on this channel. So I'll leave a link to some playlists that will help you to get more flexible, and they will be in the description of this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd be so grateful if you could. It really helps me out, and I would love to help you get more flexible if that is a goal of yours. Take your last few deep breaths here. When you're ready, you can release yourself from this pose. Come back down to lie on your back. You might be ready to just stay here in Shavasana pose. Or again, if the hips and lower back need a little bit of a release, you can bring your knees up towards your chest. Do whatever you need to do. If you liked this video, I would be really grateful if you could leave it a thumbs up. We will see each other again soon, hopefully. But until then, stay here resting in Shavasana pose for as long as you can. And I'll talk to you soon.